What are the limits of social media and sharing as a whole? I think about that as I start this journey here. A lot of people want to do a lot of different things, and it's important to share where they're coming from, how and why. On YouTube, people can vlog, people can share, people can write comments as it relates to a lot of different issues. I think most of the time when it comes to vlogging or sharing online, it's really easy to get so caught up in what we want to do and what we want to share and what we want to be a part of that we sometimes neglect and fail to see things in terms of maybe sometimes there are limits and lines. I don't like to think of those lines. I don't like to think of limits too much. But the reason I bring this up is because doing vlogs, I'm thinking about what it is that I want to share, what it is that I want to put up in terms of my life and what I do or who I am and that kind of thing. I plan to share my experiences and my perspectives as it pertains to the things that I love and have a passion for. That I'm going to do. As far as who I am, you'll see who I am. I know I'm saying that as I'm doing a voice vlog, which kind of flies in the face of the whole idea of doing vlogs, especially YouTube, which is a video sharing site. I get that and I understand that. The reason that I don't do videos as of right now is because I really don't like the quality in which I would make them. And for me, being a person that has a background as far as radio broadcasting, it is more important for me to get across what I need to say and how I feel rather than whether or not anyone's looking at me. I'm not afraid to show my face. I will absolutely 100% do that. I just don't think it's necessarily important right now, especially when I have to think about what it is I want to do, where it is I want to be, and doing these. So that's why I haven't showed my face yet, but I plan to. And I have hopes and dreams, but the point that I'm making here is that along with that, because you can show your face, and you don't really have to necessarily be revealing anything about yourself. In this day and age, there's all kinds of different devices and tools that you can use to edit, and you can give a false impression and a perspective of a life that's really not happening. And some people really kind of go into that with the thinking that if you present your best face for everyone else, well, then maybe that's a compliment. Maybe that's a part of the process. Maybe that's the best part of what we put forward. And I think if you're looking for that kind of thing, that's a great thing to do too. But for me, and I'm speaking to my personal interest, I'd rather a person is real. That doesn't necessarily mean I like everything or I agree with everything or agree with everyone. It's just that I think that it's important to be ourselves and not be afraid of the fact that, yes, being ourselves comes with if we're sharing with others, they're going to be critical and criticize. And I think, and I'm prepared for that to a degree. I certainly am not inviting anyone to be mean or cruel to me, as I wouldn't do that and be that way towards anyone else. But I also understand that the thing that I plan on doing with this channel and with the content on here is I'll never push what I'm saying or doing on you. And by that, I mean, I think one of the things that you can do on here is I think you can promote and pay to have yourself advertised and things like that. I don't have those kinds of means anyways, but I really don't plan to do that. And it's not because I think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's fine if you do, and, great for those who do it. The problem is that when it comes to ads and advertisements, the very last thing I'd hate to do is have whatever I'm doing shoved in your face and thrown there. Because while you can easily dismiss it if it's not your cup of tea or something that you want or like, there's still, to me, a feeling, a part of me that is saying, hey, come here. I'm going to give you something or offer you something that I'm maybe really not. And that the interest that you would have in me isn't necessarily the interest out of anything that you care about, but more maybe it's something that could pad my ego or make me some money or something if, ad revenue is, I've got enough people listening. I don't want that. That's not important to me. What's important to me is that what I'm sharing is something that I'm comfortable, just like whatever you're sharing is something that you're comfortable with. But the authenticity and the sincerity, that is one of my main objectives in doing these, is to just be myself. I'm not pretty. I'm not a model. I'm not rich. I don't have anything in terms of advice and telling what you should do. That's not going to come from me. That's not going to come from this channel. So in terms of what I'll share, it's definitely going to be based on how well I feel I'm doing and how prepared and ready I am. And I do have anxiety and depression and a lot of other issues as well. However, this medium, doing this is something I'm comfortable with. It's just that I have to figure out a means and a way and a reason for doing anything and everything I do. That's, for me, at least in my past, as far as is what has given me the comfort or helped me be comfortable as I can be in the situations where I'm doing this. None of you can see me. None of you are looking at me. I guarantee if I met you in person, I am anything but extroverted and able to speak and be the things that I'm able to do right here. So that's the reality. That's the truth. I'm just a lot of things, and they're not great. But as far as what I'll share or what I won't share, I don't plan on bringing my problems or trying to think that I have solutions to anyone else's. Some people may call it negative. Of course, there's the realities of life of everyone that has problems. I certainly have mine as well. And I'm not saying that I won't share that when it's appropriate, but that's it, when it's appropriate for me. But I won't hide or mask anything that's relevant or I feel is important to this here, which is, honestly, let's like to have a good time. And that is the primary thing that moves me. So that's what I would call the things that I won't do and what I won't share. And I'll elaborate more on those as we go. I won't do salaciousness. I won't do clickbait. I won't be telling people to tune in because they'll get something that they want. So that's going to be it for this vlog. It actually was kind of aiming towards 8 minutes, but now it's like 9, but that's cool. So until my next time, take care.